All right, folks, you're live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. This is how we do it every Tuesday, y'all. I'm back in the saddle, back in the studio, no longer in sequestered. All right, folks, we are here, and we are about to get live from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks, from Eve After Dark to concerts in the park. You are live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. As I look to my right, I see my boy Dusty in the dugout, ready to come in and kick some knowledge, some information, and some world-class game. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
What up, Dusty? How you feeling, Doc?
Man, I can't complain. Hope everything is good with you. And shout out to the chat room, man. Beautiful day in LA today.
I'm back. I'm no longer sequestered. I'm back in the studio. I got all my toys.
All your bells and whistles working today.
I was so heartbroken last week. I just knew it was going to be all right, man. And got all that. Woo. Anyway, let's move forward. What's happening? What you got for me today, Doc?
Man, a lot to talk about as always. And before we get started, hit that like button, please. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. But let's jump off. Let's start it off with the biggest story of the week. Things just keep getting worse and worse for our dude Kanye West. He first off, Balenciaga ended their relationship with him earlier this week. Shortly after that, Def Jam and Kanye severed their ties. And just within the past 24 hours, it was reported that Adidas ended their partnership with Yeezy, which is the top-selling brand over Jordan. Foot Lockers across the country have removed Yeezys from their display. My question for you, Lonzo. Kanye said slavery was a choice, didn't get canceled. Kanye said white lives matter, didn't get canceled. Kanye goes on Drink Champs and says some things about the J. Crew that people may or may not agree with, and he's canceled. Talk to me.
This is a perfect example. Like I say it all the time, nobody is responsible for maintaining your house but you, okay? Nobody's responsible for maintaining your house but you. And certain folks do not allow anyone to desecrate their house, speak bad about their house in any way, form, or fashion. And I think it's a lesson to be learned by all from this situation, because we have allowed our youngsters to piss in our bed, our bathroom, all over us, and we don't say nothing because they're making a couple of dollars. Meanwhile, everything you just mentioned was financially related, and he's feeling the heat now. He's feeling the heat. If he ever get back in favor again, bipolar or not, I bet you're gonna watch his mouth. And this is also a lesson to anybody else that's thinking about saying anything derogatory about that group of people. They're not gonna take it. They're not gonna, and they know how to get you, because this is like a reverse boycott. You call it cancellation, it's a reverse boycott. Okay, if you want to make something change in America, you got to go up to somebody's wallet. When Martin Luther King had people riding the bus, or not riding the bus people like, hold on, man, it was almost a year. And they decided, you know what, let's go talk to these folks. Okay, but as long as you keep on marching and talking and burning up your own shit, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Start messing with the money and you're gonna get some attention. And this is a perfect example of what I've always said. They protect their community, they protect their image. Now, I can't get mad at them. I think they may be a little bit harsh on the brother, but I can't get mad because I've seen it happen before, up close and personal. I think I told you the story before. When I was with Macola, there was an older group of gentlemen called Two Live Jews. And it wasn't anything bad. It wasn't anything derogatory. They were just having fun. And they called themselves Two Live Jews. And next thing I realized, they got a cease. Macola showed me the cease and desist order. He was ordering. He was confused. Like, man, they're not. Hey, man, I don't care what it is. We're not going to tolerate any type of defamation whatsoever. Don't play. We are serious people. Hey, man, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is, man. And you can't get mad if a group commands and demands a certain amount of respect. I think we should learn that lesson.
You know, when I first did this show with you, you mentioned the Two Live Jews, and I vaguely remember them, and you talked about them a few years ago. And ever since then, I've been trying to find these guys, get them on my show, Lonzo. I can't find a lick of where. Nothing, homie.
You ain't gonna find it, dude. Dude, I don't think it even came out. That I think they just got word of it coming out. It may have been advertised lightly in some type of magazine or something. And when the Anti-Defamation League got wind of it, I saw the letter. McCullough was so confused. Like, man, we're not doing anything derogatory, anything bad. What's the problem? Hey, man. I was like, damn, it blew me away. I was totally blown away. So I've seen it up close and personal that certain people are very particular, very sensitive about their imagery. And you got to protect your image, man. And this is something, think about what we're saying here, man. Think about what we're saying here. We are the people of the most derogatory self-image. We promote the most derogatory self-images compared. There's nobody else that has more derogatory images, self-images than we do. Okay? Nobody. Nobody talks about us the way we do. Nobody puts us down. Nobody kills us the way we do. And but you say something slightly wrong and over here, and it's not accepted on the slightest level. I think we need to take a play from this book.
Yeah.
I think we need to take a play from this book. I mean, Dave Chappelle made a comparison, and you saw what happened to him. You know, Lil Baby he murdered the dude, killed the dude in the thing, and made a comment about some parking lot activities. I don't remember if he said whether they was male or female, but it was enough to cause him some major headaches. Okay. Hey, dude, you cannot get mad at somebody who protects their imagery at all costs. Okay, and I think that's something that we need to look into a lot more serious. We need to look into protecting our imagery a lot more serious. If we did more of that, we probably have a whole lot less killing, whole lot less dumb shit going on in our community. But again, because few people make a few dollars, people turn a blind eye, and they try to emulate it because they're making a few dollars.
Yeah. Man. And there's some people out there who think Kanye had this planned. You think this was a plan?
What's the benefit?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Because allegedly he went from a multi-billionaire to his net worth is now $400 million, which, don't cry me a river. I know everybody out there is like, oh my God, 400 million, but to go from 9 billion to 400 million overnight, that's pretty huge.
Well, you ain't talking about when Kim Kardashian get through with his ass. You ain't thought about that part yet. He got four babies by her. Alimony and child support, shit. He'll have an EBT card by the end of the year.
Yeah, because last week he was the most richest Black American in America. I think that's what I heard. Correct?
Yes. And you cannot be. It's like saying, I got the best apartment in the building, but you don't own the building. I got the baddest apartment in the building. No, yeah, you do. It may be nicely furnished, but it's not your apartment. Okay? It's not your building. It's somebody else's building that can evict your ass if you're 3 days late on your payment, on your rent. Okay? So understand the game. And this is something that most people don't understand the game. The game is if you don't own the real estate that you play in the field, if you don't own the real estate of the playing field that you're playing on, you're just renting. And at any given point, somebody can say, you know what? I don't want you to play here no more. Bye. And that's what's happening. You can't play with Chase Manhattan. You can't play with Adidas. You can't play with none of these big time names that made millions off of your ass. Nope. Can't do it no more. Come get your shit. In fact, we're going to find somebody else to take your place shortly. Trust me, somebody will take their place, take his place.
Yeah, and I want people out there to know that this doesn't just happen to millionaires and billionaires and things like that. You said earlier, Lonzo, when you're playing on someone else's field, you have to go by their rules or they could yank you at any time. That goes for YouTube as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Lonzo and I, we have to be careful what we put out there. I mean, we don't want a 900 bill. Yeah, we don't want no Alex Jones shit happening to us. Right. You got to be responsible.
I'm just giving my opinion on today's events, and I'm not trying to be derogatory in no way, form, or fashion, because I know they can kick the plug out of this shit anytime they get ready to. Okay, this shit can go away anytime you get ready to, and I enjoy doing this shit. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Let me ask you, because I'm seeing 50-50 out there. I'm hearing a lot of differences, and I'm one of those guys that love to hear what each side is talking about. I don't just agree with my side or listen to what my side is saying, but should we as Black people be supporting Kanye or turning our backs on him? Because right now I'm almost seeing 50-50.
You know what, dude? That's a good question, man. Kanye's about to go back to the niggerverse. He's about to go back to the niggerverse and start all over again, because when you do certain shit, okay, you can't. Where you gonna go? We in Unknown was just talking before we started the show. He got one option. He got one option left. Okay, guess what it's gonna be? He got one play left. When you have problems, with that group, you got one option: Farrakhan. Okay.
Oh, okay. Talk to me. Explain that.
Every time somebody has an issue with certain groups, they go to him for advice. Now, I watched OJ. I watched OJ when he got when he was released from that case. He came to the hood and ate. He ain't ate a chitlin or a piece of chicken from a hood spot in decades. Next thing I know, Kanye is down in the hood on 54th and San Pedro, eating chicken and yams and shit and going viral. Okay, he going back to the hood, and he usually stay in Beverly Hills. He's all about the high fashion brands. Ain't nothing high fashion down on 54th and San Pedro. These are some of my folks. All right, but you got to come back home. You got to come back home. And that's the problem, that's the next problem. Where is home for Kanye? Chicago, New York. Where is home for Kanye? Kanye, 2 weeks ago, you was White Lives Matter. A few months ago, slavery was an option. Okay? Nobody canceled you behind that shit, like you said. Now you can piss some people off. Now where you gonna go? You can piss us off all this time, hanging with Donald Trump, wearing MAGA, Make America Great Again hats and shit. You pissing us off for the longest to get your money. Now you got your money, they take it back from your ass. You can't have no more money. You know what? You can't feel sorry for the fool, but you feel sorry for the fool. Okay, he may have a legitimate case. But here's the part. I hope I don't piss no mental health people off. But because he has a mental issue, people write him off. But that don't mean he's crazy. Okay. He saw certain things that was going wrong with his business arrangements, and he spoke up on it. How he spoke up on it? Maybe it was a bad med day or the no med day. But still, nobody gave a damn about that. He still had to get hit upside the head, or in this case, get kicked in the financial nuts, so that he can, feel the power of the folks that he insulted.
Man. Yeah. You feel sorry for the fool, but you still think he's a fool. I feel you on that. Definitely, dude.
That my cousin Ken Shepard online. What's up, cousin?
Shout out to Ken. Says, I feel sorry that he has mental health issues. Yeah, mental health. And you know what? And I hear a lot of people point to that. Yeah, he's crazy. Unfortunately, a lot of us have mental health issues. A lot of Black folks, we are unchecked when it comes to the mental health department. Unfortunately, we see it as like a weakness in our community. Yeah, I've definitely heard that. I don't know, man. The guy's, he's done. I think he's done, Lonzo. I legit think he's done.
Shit, 3-4 years ago, he was begging for money. He was $54 million in debt. Okay, he was $54 million in debt, begging for money. And then all of a sudden he started doing church shit. You know, he started going around to churches and had at the forum, and people was lined up to hear him speak. And I think because, you know, one thing about this, one thing I've learned from watching this Donald Trump situation, there are some people that gonna drink the Kool-Aid and they ain't gonna stop drinking it. I don't give a damn what how it tastes. You can piss in a cup and call it red Kool-Aid and it'll be yellow as hell and they still gonna drink it. Okay. He might take them Yeezys and start his own goddamn store. I don't know. Okay. If they take him off the shelf, if you don't want to sell them, maybe it's a black store that wants to sell them. If they out selling Jordans, like I just read, I just heard they outsell Jordan, somebody gonna sell them. Okay? Somebody gonna sell them. Somebody, the people who made them, they want to get rid of them. They ain't gonna stick them in the shelf. They ain't gonna burn them. They ain't that stupid. They gonna take them. Somebody's gonna buy them. Somebody wants to sell them. They're gonna discount them. Somebody gonna buy them. They're gonna end up on somebody else's shelf. They may be a whole nother underground market. They may be a market that may be created by some black folks. You never know. Somebody got some money to buy the shoes. Somebody got the storefront to sell the shoes. And next thing, you don't need a storefront to sell the shoes. All you need is a website. So, you know, it all depends on how you want to buy. One thing about Kanye, to his defense, he's Gemini. He gonna win one way or another.
That's definitely, yeah.
How big he win is yet to be seen. But he's a Gemini. He ain't stopped thinking. One twin is crushed. The other one mad in the
You stupid motherfucker! I told you to shut the fuck up.
So yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, let's jump off the Kanye thing, and I want to ask you a question about something that I came across this week. And before I move on, shout out to the chat room. Please,
stop.
Go for it.
I gotta say one thing. Somebody just dropped something on me.
Go for it.
Rob Temple said, and this is a perfect example. Ain't a man left a Kardashian yet. It went back to his life the way it was before he was hooked up with a Kardashian. It ain't happened yet, dude. It ain't happened yet. Okay. Now he said it, but you don't know how. You don't know what behind the scenes activities have taken place for this to plummet the way it is. You don't know what somebody may make some phone calls, send an email. I need him out of here. Okay. I don't know, dude. But again, now I saw Lamar Odom. What's the brother? Other brother? Was the Black Rob and the basketball player and the football player, and all of them have never recovered. I mean, never went back to their greatness prior to leaving the Kardashian. I'm just saying. And and look at Bruce, like my man said. Look at Bruce. Hey man. That's some badass man. That's a bad cat, boy.
That's an interesting cat. That's I'm gonna leave that because we got like 5 groups we don't want to offend with that one. So
no, that's a bad cat.
But you know what, man? Let's take it back to 92, 93, whatever. No, probably let's go 97, 98. MC Hammer lost $30 million, which, oh my God, to me, I don't have nearly $30 million, but that was just so much money. Has there ever been a time in history where one person went from a 9 billionaire to a 400 millionaire overnight, especially in our community?
No,
probably not, huh?
No. He was the richest man, one of the richest black men ever in America, to my knowledge. Okay, and now he just he just above an average rapper. Okay, he lower than Dre, but he higher than a few other cats. But also, man, you got to realize also a lot of that shit was inflation and based on contingency situations. It's just like when you have a record deal. When Janet Jackson got her first record deal, got her first big record deal, it was $15 million. But it was $15 million based on the fact that she sold all this right here with platinum and did this and this, blah, blah, blah. Then the contract was worth $15 million. And it's probably the same thing, same kind of arrangements when it comes to his deals, as long as he's making his money, if he attains certain sales goals, his deal could be worth this many $billion.
Did you move your microphone or something, Lonzo? Your voice went down just a little bit. It still sounds clear, but it went down significantly.
I just put it on the right, on where it's supposed to be. Tell you the truth.
That's perfect. Okay.
Okay. Well, how we sounding?
Cool.
Good.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah. So, when you know, a lot of if it was actually what, $6 billion, you just couldn't take $6 billion. Okay. But you can take contracts that value $6 billion away from somebody. You know, if you got hundreds of billions of dollars in hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts that people are canceling, yes, 20 years from now he may be worth $6 billion hardcore cash. Unlike a deal with Dre. Dre did his deal with Beats. He got $900 million. Okay, he got that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't contingency on the sale. Once the sale was done, he was on the billionaire track. Okay, and I don't see him. Somebody say, you know what, your contract's over with. Give us our money back. That ain't gonna happen. It's a difference. Okay, it's a big difference. Kanye had a lot of contract deals for a lot of people that was worth a lot of money, and once you snatch that rug from under the people's feet, then you back to the niggaverse.
The niggaverse, that we got to create a show. We got to create a cartoon with niggaverse, with little ass crack, little nutsack. Take it back to John Lennon and the House Party days.
Welcome to the niggaverse.
Love it. All right, man. Well, let's move on and shout out to everybody in the chat. Please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to also ask to subscribe to my channel as well, Dusty Vision TV, right here on YouTube. I really appreciate you. Something that caught my eye this week, Lonzo, and I texted you right away. This is right up our alley. And I'm looking into getting this gentleman on our show as we speak. Stan Shepard, who a lot of hip hop heads know. Stan Shepard, West Coast, pioneer. You may have heard DJ Quick shout him out in several songs. He is a music executive, and he released a tweet, and it says, and I quote, "To all Black music executives, stop funding and promoting, quote, Black murder music. Support Stan Shepard's movement to not play gangbang music during school hours." Then he put his email address, stanshepard2020@gmail.com. Talk to me about your thoughts on that. And once again, I'm working on getting him on the show.
I think he cut himself a little short. I think we need to do like Jamaica, cut the shit out completely. This shit only affects us, man. This is what I'm talking about. Why only through school hours? Why do we have to have murder music at all? Why do we have to do that? Why is it so important that we focus on killing each other on a regular basis, but we all got all this love, and you wonder why when the police have an issue with you, that we got to go marching, and like my boy Charleston White say, when the cop kills a Black man, the murder rate in the hood goes down because everybody's focused on this cop situation. Once that focus is no longer there, we go back to business as usual. Okay,
Minnesota.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Why is it that we have the only way we can make money is killing each other, and then you want to blame somebody else for this shit? Okay, no. Stan, I totally agree with you. We ought to cancel this shit altogether. Now I'm on the Charleston White bag now. The whole mentality has been nothing but destructive to the Black community and supportive of the prison industrial complex. Man, come on, dude. You cry about the laws, but you playing hopscotch with the laws. Okay, Negro. When you get busted. That only like Charles, I watch a lot of Charleston White videos because I know he has a very controversial appeal. But I'm gonna say it with some common sense, and I'm not gonna be controversial. I'm just gonna keep it 100. When you doing dumb shit and you know that it's a chance you're gonna go to jail, when you get caught and go to jail, why the fuck you mad at the police?
Exactly.
Why are you mad at the police? You had a job. He had a job. You wasn't good at your job. He was better at your job than you are at yours. So you in the penitentiary, and you know the game. You know the game. If you're a felon with a gun, your ass is done. Okay, you know that. You know the game. If you're a felon with a gun, your ass is done. Okay, so why keep playing the same fucking game? And this is the part that's really frustrating. You want everybody to get behind you and support that shit. I can't support that, man. You got people just the other day, people at Roscoe's, another Roscoe's on the west side of town.
Wilshire.
On Pico. On Pico.
Pico, I'm sorry, I meant to say Wilshire.
They eating their chicken and waffles. Six fools running there and start robbing people. Okay, at a black-owned restaurant. Okay, why would you mess that man's business like that? This is the second time in the past 2 months this man's business has had some negative shit perpetrated on him by some more black folks. You ain't doing that shit no place else, man. Oh yeah, yes they are. Yes they are. Yeah, I'm sorry, but still, to me, it's more of an impact when it happens in our own businesses. It's hard enough to stay in business as it is, man. It's hard enough dealing with the insurance, the increase in rents, all the other entities that go along with business. But to have your clientele robbed while eating their goddamn chicken and waffles, that's a goddamn disgrace. Okay? Nigga can't eat no chicken and waffles and not being robbed. Now, we thought people was all talking that shit about P&B Rock being on Manchester and Maine, but these folks was on La Brea and Pico. That's a pretty laid-back part of town. I go there all the time. I was there not long ago, had a meeting up there. Okay? Now, what do you do? If you sitting there eating your chicken and waffles and niggas start robbing the place, say if you got your gun, you gonna traumatize everybody in the building because you gonna shoot this fool, he gonna shoot you? Man, come on, dude. This is some self-inflicted bullshit. I tell you what. If 6 non-black folks ran in there and did that, we'd be all over the fucking news.
Tell them, dog. That's what pisses me off, homie.
If 6 non-black people did that, some folks from Orange County or East LA or some other country, other city, other than Los Angeles, did the same shit. Oh, we'd be marching and mad and everything. But it was some homies. It was some folks from the same zip code, same bloodline, and it's no big deal. Okay, it's no big deal, man. Come on, dude. Y'all, we got to do better than that.
Yeah, man. You know what? Let me finish this comment real quick here. You talking about how if it would have been white folks, it would have been different. I did a show on my channel, Dusty Vision TV, earlier, late last week, about a group of black teenagers who first of all attacked and threw a older black female off of the bus because she, quote, asked them to stop cussing so much in front of the children that were on the bus. They attacked her, beat her up, threw her off the bus. A few black teens. And I said, if this were white people that did this, dog, we would be literally up in arms right now. And it's like our women aren't even safe anymore. And when you and I were coming up, Lonzo, there was a way of life. And it went like this. It takes a village to raise a kid. If I'm acting up, Miss Rogers from across the street would handle me until my mom got home. Same thing with you. Nowadays, you can't even ask a kid to stop cussing in front of children without the fear of getting your ass beat.
This is the generation of self-entitlement. This is the what you call them, the participation trophy crew. Participation trophy crew. Okay, they've always been giving shit. They never got their ass whooped at school. When somebody says something to it, the mama ran to the school crying and cussing the teacher out. If you failed, nigga ain't did no homework all semester, and he failed the second grade. Mama want to jump on the teacher because this nigga got to sit back and he got to sit at the back of the back of the classroom because the ass is too damn tall to sit in the front. Okay, this is the same ones when the coach is trying to teach him how to play football. You got somebody on the sideline. Don't talk to him like that. Go cook something. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay, I got partners that was coaching football for a long time, man. They said, dude, I can't do it no more, man. I can't do it no more, man. The parents are out of control. You can't encourage. Football is a rough sport. You can't talk somebody into hitting somebody and ask, could you hit them a little harder, please? That's not going to work. I mean, the things that got us through life, man, and made us the kind of men we are today, made the people in the chat room the men they are today, is because we had a different kind of upbringing, and we understood that sometimes it was tough love involved. Ain't no tough love, dude. And when you ain't got no tough love, you get a bunch of pussies.
Yep. That's so true. And I would love your opinion on this, because something I also mentioned on that show I did on my channel was, a lot of the reason why the younger generation doesn't respect the older generation is because the older generation is not respecting themselves. And hear me out. And there's a spammer in the comments. Can you take care of them, American Negro, please? Somebody's trying to sex chat us up. Thank you for handling that. And my thing is that they don't respect the older generation because the older generation doesn't respect themselves. And when I say older generation, I don't mean your age. I mean my age and below. Let's say 30 to 45, because that is old to these teenagers, 30 to 45. And what I mean, Lonzo, is you see 40-year-olds arguing with other 40-year-olds on their YouTube channels about who's real and who's not. And you see 40-year-olds arguing with other 40-year-olds about who's a snitch and who's not, and who could go back to their hood and who can, and who still walked this yard and who walked that. And these kids are seeing that, man. Am I far off, or am I spot on when saying they're man?
I listen to YouTube. Clubhouse sometime. I was invited to a room one day. And the dude invited me. Somebody coming in here, man. They called this one dude who was 35. Man, you just old. Dude, I'm almost be all y'all daddies and granddaddies. Some of y'all granddaddies. I got grandkids 20 years old. So, dude, you don't want to hear from me. Okay? Because what you think is real is bullshit. You niggas, these new niggas has bought into the bullshit so bad they live in the niggerverse and afraid to come out of it. They think the niggerverse is real. They think it's like they got this Negro with it Nictro. I'm gonna come up with a new word now. Nictro currency that they spend in the niggerverse, and they think it's real, Doc, and it's not real. You think that because you have a subculture that everything else around you is not real. Okay, when you shoot somebody, you go to jail. When you rob somebody, you go to jail. If you do something to people, no matter what you think, no snitching, blah, 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 how that got into the civilian lifestyle is beyond me. If you see somebody breaking somebody's house, you ain't supposed to say nothing. That means that the burglar he got a pass to break the people's houses. Why? That's the niggerverse, man. That's the niggerverse. And it makes no sense to nobody but the people in the niggerverse. Okay, and I hope YouTube let me keep my word, man, because
you're going to be able to say that 1,000 times without even getting, unfortunately, and I say that unfortunately and in satire.
But it's a new word that I just made up. If you hear anybody else use this word, folks, you let me know. Tell me I need my money. Okay, it's a niggerverse, and that's some Lonzo shit. Because I'm not anti-negetic. I'm just real with it, and therefore you have to speak real 100. If not, we're gonna keep living in this goddamn. You keep living in the niggerverse. Shit, that's what is that.
Man. Let's move on. Something that I would love your opinion on. Young Thug's lawyer has filed another motion, and for anyone out there who doesn't remember, Young Thug and his whole crew YSL, they got indicted. They're in jail right now, and they're facing some serious charges under a RICO type of charge. Young Thug's lawyer has filed another motion stating Young Thug's prison situation is, quote, unlivable. They showed pictures of the cell, Lonzo, and it's a cell. It's a regular goddamn cell. His lawyers also said he is suffering because there is no, quote, window in the cell. Negro, no shit. This is prison, dog. Seems like Young Thug wants some special treatment because he's Young Thug, and it's a cell. You are in prison, dog. And thank you, OG Steve. Shout out OG Steve. He says salute Dusty and Lonzo. But talk to me, man.
Man, look. Again, you are dealing with people who've been given shit all their life. They think the world owed them something. When you go to jail, you don't get to pick the room that you're going to be in. You don't get to pick a suite versus a one bedroom. You don't get to pick your roommate, your cellmate. You didn't think about none of this shit, and you out there doing all your fucking dirt. Okay? I don't have a whole lot of empathy for him, man. I'm sorry, dude. The one Negro in the niggerverse you can't speak to is a young fool that think he's successful because he got a couple dollars and his name come out of people's mouth. You can't tell him nothing. The only time they're going to listen is right now. The only time they're going to listen is right now. But now, nobody will hear what you got to say. Nobody wants to hear what you got to say. You can keep spending money with the lawyer and have the lawyer file these motions with the judge. The judge don't give a shit. The judge is going home to his wife and kids or his house, whatever the case may be. Why? If he got a law degree and he thought it's his job, put your ass in jail. I'm not trying to be harsh, but damn it, prison is harsh. Thank you, Kent. Prison is harsh, man. You don't get to pick your friends in prison. You know, dude, you put yourself in that position. And here's the part that I was telling somebody earlier today. I think what really probably frustrates me more than anything is that our old man always told me the best way to learn is from somebody else's mistakes. Okay, and that's always been my motto. I watch other people make mistakes, and I ain't gonna do that. I don't. If I don't want to go to jail, I might not want to sell dope. Okay, so when you understand that, you learn from other people's mistakes. These guys see people make mistakes and like, oh shit, he went to jail. He only got 5 years. I'm gonna do the same damn shit. Okay, and then you add this bullshit where you got to have a body, you got to have a gun. I'm watching the YouTube channel of the day. The brother said he was at a some kind of business fair, and he was talking to these youngsters, and he says, "Hey man, you know what y'all into?" Oh, he started giving a bunch of gang shit. And the nigga pulled the brother in the nigga verse, pull up his thing. Got to have 30 in the clip. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, hey man, oh dude, I thought y'all was here for some enlightenment, some education, some young dudes, 19, 20 years old. He said, but they were so deep into the nigga verse, they don't think about nothing else. They don't think about nothing else till it's too late. The nigga verse only got 2 ways out: jail or death, dude.
Yep.
And the average person, here's the next thing, man. The average person can't afford a murder case, a lawyer to fight a murder case. You're talking about $50,000, man, before you go to court. I had a good friend of mine. He caught a case. It wasn't no bodies involved. It was $30,000. Just the lawyer to come talk to him at the house. We ain't went to court yet. Just to have a conversation, it's $30,000. Okay. So you telling me that everything that you've ever done is what you better put it on the pass line and forego your parents, your mama, your daughters, blah, your kids, whatever the case may be, to defend the hood, some homies, whatever it may be, and you ain't got no money to fight the case, so you just got to go take a deal, and that's what happens to most guys. They end up taking the deal, tapping out. We're gonna give you 25 to life, but if you take a deal right now, we give you 15. All right, I'm gonna do 15. Okay, and not knowing that while you in jail, you can get some more time while you're in there. You might never walk out of there again. So, man, you know, dude. And when I talk to somebody, I've spoken to some guys who have been through this shit. I realized that they're not that smart. And that's one of the big problems I see with this whole situation. And listening to these young guys talk, they're not that smart. If they were, they'd be trying to do something else. Okay, they think they smart streets. They think they're street smart enough to try and beat the system, and you can't beat the system. It's not set up that way. And you want to run with a bunch of folks. You got 9, 10 cats you run with. 7 of these dudes is busters. Give a damn what you say. 7 of them is busters, okay? You got a 10-man crew, 7, maybe 8 is busters, and as soon as they start passing out enough time, your ass is going to have some good witnesses. You're going to have some excellent witnesses to your case, to your situation, because then like they say, if it's not recorded, it didn't happen. Well, if here's where the internet has made turn people into idiots. People actually, none of these guys actually believe whatever they do. And this is why I can't support not using their lyrics to convict them, because to me, I think that even if you did a crime, and I ain't no angel by no means, the last thing I would do but make some songs with some clues in it. This motherfucker, this ain't the Riddler game. This ain't Batman with the Riddler, fool. You out there dropping hints and shit till you'll cry. Yeah, I know what the car is. I see, somebody. Come on, man. And then the DA using everybody. Well, we can't use your lyrics against you. No, fool. If you stupid enough to put your lyrics and your crimes into a lyrical form and drop hints and clues to your crime, bye. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, it's almost like taunting. It's almost like taunting the law.
Basically, that's exactly what it is. You are taunting the law, and you think because you got people out here free speech, blah blah blah. Well, obviously you know more than you telling the police. You know something because you could write lyrics about it. The guy been in jail for the last 4 or 5 months. He ain't told you, so you must have been there, or he something. Plus, you got what they call accessory after the fact. So if you do know a crime that's been done and you ain't said nothing about it, you're pretty much your ass is involved as well.
Lonzo, I need your opinion on this because as you were talking, something popped up into my head. Getting an echo for some reason. Hopefully everybody's not getting an echo. I was watching the BT Awards and Fat Joe, who is like 50 years old, at least 50. First thing he does when he comes out to perform, he says, and I quote, "Free Young Thug, free YSL. They're taking our freedom of speech away from us." This is a 50. I expect this from a 22-year-old, but from a 50-year-old. Am I tripping? Is this dude like too old to be to promoting this?
You know what, man? Some people do things, especially when they're not as. I ain't gonna say he's not as popular as he used to be, but they want to. They like seeming to be harder, supporting of the negative element of hip hop, no matter what it's done. It's almost like the Trump theory. No matter what he's done, people are going to support him. And when you have people who know better and have been through shit, Fat Joe been in jail for IRS shit, but he's been in jail. But for somebody to, in these guys' cases, actually make songs about shit they did or shit they know about, but you push the narrative that for some reason they're taking away your free speech. You have the freedom not to say the shit. You have the freedom not to say the shit. In the Constitution, you have the right to remain silent. Motherfucker, use it. That's all I'm saying. If you have the right to remain silent, especially in when it comes to a situation that you may or may not be involved in or may not be a suspect in. You may not be a suspect. You just may be somebody, okay, he was one of my boys, but I really involved in it. But you start writing songs about the shit, obviously you know something, and they're gonna put some pressure on your ass to tell. And that's basically what you're experiencing. They're gonna put enough pressure on your ass. Oh, you know about the car, the body, what the body was, how many gunshots, blah blah blah. Well, we're gonna see what you know. We're gonna see what you know. And dude, I'm sorry, man, I can't support that, man.
Yeah,
I can't support it.
Loving this conversation, and I do. Once again, everybody, hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button if you like what you're hearing tonight. And please do tune in every Thursday with Lonzo and Dr. Dre, the other Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps. Every Thursday, they do their show. It's a great show. All right, let's keep it pushing because there's a few things I want to discuss. What did you say?
I noticed my numbers dropped like 4 or 5 when I said that. What I just said.
Oh shit!
4 or 5 people must not like what I said. They just dropped off. Oh, maybe 6 now. They done dropped off they don't like the fact that I said what I said. I'm sorry if y'all don't like it, man. It is what it is. Don't be stupid, man.
Yeah.
People, this is their job is to bust your ass doing dumb shit. Why you throwing rocks at the penitentiary and mad when you get a reservation? You throw rocks at the penitentiary, then you get mad because you get a stay. Come on, man. Don't that's like you said, they taunted the police like they're the Joker or some shit, like they watch Batman. The day of the rhyme, the day of the rhyme is due to the time, and you'll find whatever the case may be. Some old bullshit, man. Come on, man. That's on television, dude. if you, especially a body, kidnapping, you don't want to play with that, dude. You don't want to play with that, man. That is the statute of limitation is none for those two crimes. You can get, but that shit can happen in 2022 and 2042. Your ass get busted for it. You're going to jail.
We're looking out. OG Steve, Bronx is in the building. That's the homie from the Bronx. He says the thirst for clout will get them all day and then some. Yeah, it's all about clout, man.
All about clout, dude. It's all about clout. I'm gonna drop it on there, man. That is, and that's why I said the internet has made them ignorant, so ignorant, they just can't wait to get some of this shine, man. This ain't sunshine, fool. This is digital shine. This shit comes, it don't go nowhere, and people get a chance to rewind it, play it back, and just keep on doing it until they figure out, oh, look behind it, look at that, he got a gun over there. Oh shit, who was that? That's little nutsack. Oh shit, and he got a felony. Come on, go pick his ass up. Now, little nutsack is about to start talking because he don't want to go to jail.
Damn, dog. I'm just picturing Lil Nutsack in my head. He's definitely a light-skinned dude, by the way. Lil Nutsack is light-skinned. He got like a goatee.
Yeah, he got dreads though. He got dreads. Nutsack, he light-skinned with dreads, and he got a couple of gold teeth in his mouth. You know, he think he cute because mama been telling me he's cute all his life, but now he ain't seen the daddy God knows how long. So.
Oh man, we gonna write. I'm telling you, Lil Nutsack gonna have a whole background. Hey, let's keep it going, Lonzo. We only got 15 minutes, man. I love this conversation, and I want to do my dummy of the week because we talked about clout, and this kind of correlates with our last story. So my dummy of the week, Lonzo, is let me give you guys the backstory first. A very popular YouTuber named Miko Worldwide was robbed recently. Miko does hood vlogs, Lonzo, where he goes to people's hoods and he follows them around with a camera as they show off their guns, drugs, and basically admit to all kinds of crimes on camera. Why someone would do that is beside me, but it's popular on YouTube anyway. It is what it is. But dummy of the week, rapper Slat Zai, popular dude, has millions of views. Like each of his videos have millions of views. Was arrested for allegedly kidnapping and robbing this blogger, Miko Worldwide, at gunpoint. Now, we have to say allegedly, Lonzo, for legal reasons, but it isn't really alleged because this dummy literally went on Instagram Live that day and told everything, step by step. He even stole, he said what he stole. He showed the blogger's chain. He even stole the blogger's YouTube plaque, Lonzo. When you get 100,000 subscribers, this blogger allegedly had his YouTube plaque in his car. He's showing the fucking thing, right? And this is all for clout. He's doing this all for clout. And he is now facing 75 years because the police said, you know what, let's go get this dumb Negro.
Yeah. And how do you feel sorry for a fool like that, man? How do you understand this? Understand this. Kidnapping is probably one of the most easiest cases to catch. If you force a person from the bathroom into the living room, kidnap. If you force somebody out of their car so you can carjack him, kidnap.
If you're arguing with your girl, man, and she says she wants to leave and you tell her, no, you ain't leaving, don't do that because that's damn near kidnapping.
Holding somebody against their will or getting them to change a location against their will. Kidnap. Okay? I know a couple of cats. Dude, all he did was told this girl to scoot over. Nigga, kidnap. Scoot over. Bitch, kidnap. He had a gun, but kidnap. He went to jail in the 90s. This nigga still in jail, okay? His Social Security is coming to the goddamn penitentiary. So this is the game. People are playing the game, the legal game, and don't know the rules. Okay? And I used to use this example back in the day when I was talking about the record industry. I used to do a lot of record industry seminars. And I would tell people, just because you 6'4", 200 and some odd pounds, don't mean you're ready to go out and play for the Raiders, the Rams, or any other football team on a Sunday just because you're a big dude, okay? Because they got cats out there 5'9" will take your head off because you don't understand the rules, okay? That's how the record game, that's how the music game is. Just because you got a skill, you can sing, look good, whatever the case may be, don't mean you're ready to play in this music game because without understanding the rules. Because they got people that's gonna rip your ass off, out, and the whole 9 yards. And it's the same thing now with this street game. Y'all think because y'all in the niggerverse, that the shit that y'all do don't count in the real world. Nobody cares about the niggerverse, but the niggas in the niggettes in the nigger in the new niggas in the niggerverse. The only people that care about the niggerverse is the new niggas in the niggerverse. Okay, and the new niggas, they just they've been deprived of all kind of educational shit. They've been deprived of love. They've been deprived of somebody just talking to them on a regular basis, and in some cases they've been spoiled all their lives, and they think they can go out here and do what they want to without no consequences. And that's where the reality sets in. There's consequences of everything, dude. And just because you playing the niggerverse, don't mean the real world will snatch your ass out and throw you into the real world. Simple as that.
Yeah, man. All right, we got about 10 minutes. Let's talk about something that I wanted to ask you about. I was listening to an audiobook this past week, and I can't remember which one because I literally listen to audiobooks and podcasts all day, every day. My wife gets tired of it because I always have my headphones on. But I was listening to a book, and I can't remember who it was, but I'm going to quote him, not verbatim. But he said, Lonzo took us to buy guns before our first tour. It was about N.W.A. They were talking about N.W.A. He says, Lonzo took us to buy guns before our first tour. He even showed someone, I can't remember who it was, how to shoot a gun because he was holding a gun like O-Dog and Menace to Society. Now, that wasn't verbatim, but that's the gist of what this person says. Do you remember that?
Yo, no. I ain't never in my life took nobody to buy
See, I knew it. That didn't do, and I'm going to... Okay, keep talking.
Dude, first of all, understand this, okay? Everybody that was around me at that time was a lot younger than me. And in fact, I'm gonna share something else I saw earlier on a podcast with Cube. Okay, everybody in N.W.A. was younger than me. Yella did not like guns. Dre, no. Cube was like 16, 17. I don't know who that was, but I need to check him my goddamn self. I want to know when in the fuck did Lonzo take you to go buy a gun? And
I knew it. I was like, I've done the show with you 3 years. I would have heard that story 7 times already.
Oh, dog, we talking about, when did that come out? In the 90s?
In 92. So he was just comparing it. The book was written later. I'm going to find who it was, but he was just saying that he didn't know how to shoot, so you showed him how to hold the gun correctly. I was like, that does not sound like Alonzo.
No. I ain't never taught nobody how to hold, shoot, buy, where to buy, nothing. No. See,
they even quoted you, Lonzo. Here's the trip. They literally quoted you, and this is where they got me because this sounded like something you say. He said, "Damn, what are y'all going?" And this is Lonzo saying this. Damn, what are y'all going on tour in Vietnam? That you made a quote that they were buying so many guns that they were going on tour to Vietnam.
No, they full of shit. I'm telling you what happened. I know the story. Carson Mall, Carson, California, Avalon Boulevard. I'm going to be, Jerry Heller was managing World Class Record Crew, N.W.A. and Eazy-E. We're all scheduled to go on a tour, okay? I'm going to the mall to buy some draws and some other shit, okay? Give me a couple of fits, because back then, when you went to the airport, you wanted to be clean, get on the goddamn airplane. That's when you can still walk up to the airplane. Your girl can walk to the airplane, to the gate with you. Your people can walk you to the gate, all this shit, right? I passed by the store. It's called HQ. HQ was a short for headquarters. I bought all my guns from HQ. Okay, the last 3 guns I bought from HQ that got taken by the police came from HQ. I'm walking through the mall and I see them in the mall. These niggas is buying assault weapons and shit. I'm like, where the fuck is y'all going? I ain't never took nobody to buy no guns. I was in the mall. They was in the mall. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out. It was Easy, Dre. I don't think Yella was there because Yella's never been a gun person. He's never cared for Yella. He had a family issue with a brother, and he's always been. Anytime I pull out my gun, he leaves the room immediately. And I think it might have been Ren. I'm not sure. And I look, where the fuck is y'all going, man? To Vietnam? Can we go? We're going on tour. Can we go on the same tour? Why would y'all be buying some goddamn assault weapons? I'm going to buy some draws, and so whatever else I might need, some condoms, whatever the case may be. Y'all buying assault weapons, okay? And I can't recall me ever getting in a store and showing him how to hold no gun. No. He said I was going to buy. I took them to buy some guns.
As I read it to you, he said Lonzo took them to buy guns, and he even showed someone in the group how to hold the gun properly because he was holding it incorrectly, kind of like O-Dog and Menace to Society.
Listen to what he's saying. I'm asking you. 1 minute I'm holding the gun, trying to show him how to shoot it. Next minute I'm asking where y'all going? What tour y'all going on? Vietnam. Think about it. Listen to what he said. Somebody is cut and paste some shit that they heard that ain't right. Okay. Somebody is cut and paste some shit that they heard that's not correct. I saw them in HQ. I made a stop by the store. I'm like, nigga, where the fuck y'all going? Vietnam? And they in there doing what they doing by looking at the guns. I think they was buying rifles because you could be 18 to buy a rifle. They wasn't buying no pistols. And I left their ass in the store because I'm like, shit, dude, I got enough guns. And these ain't the niggas I want to ride with no guns anyway. These ain't the motherfuckers I want to ride with no live ammunition, okay? I was out at the link I sent you earlier with Cube talking to Matt Barnes.
Yeah, talk to me.
I watched it, and it's like he might have mentioned me in the first 15 minutes. I was a good dude, blah blah blah, and he wanted to name the group Criminals with Actions. He wanted to make CIA was supposed to stand for Criminals with Action. I said, nah, it's going to be Crew in Action. And you got to understand, people have to understand that time, okay? You got to understand that particular time. I am the big dog with the house, the BMW, the studio. I got these kids around me, okay? I got to be a role model. I cannot be the perpetrator of their shit. If that N.W.A. shit went left, I was going to be the worst motherfucker in the world, okay? Everybody, I've always had mentors around me. My daddy, Jeff D, my ROTC coach. I've always been a mentoring type of cat. If I saw somebody going left, I'm gonna try and pull them back right. That's just my responsibility as a triple OG. But at that time, I got people's kids at my house. That goes to pick up Ice Cube. His mama still knows me today. Doris still knows me today. Okay. I got to answer these people's mamas, man. Not they daddies, they mamas. And back then, a black mama, you'd rather fuck with the police than a black mama, man. You'd rather go fuck with the police than a black mama. It was a different time. And these guys were not these guys. Why would you want to be a criminal, man? And in the thing he mentions, I said it. Why would somebody want to listen to records about niggas going to jail? And of course, they made it easy out to be a genius for doing this shit. Okay, that's fine. But I did my job as a responsible grown ass man. Okay, like I said before, I'm a homeowner. I'm a homeowner. I was a homeowner at 22. Okay, so now I bought a bigger house. I got youngsters running through here. I got to maintain some kind of control because if not, they'll run over my shit. Okay, and that's the problem we have in hip hop right now. We got a bunch of youngsters that ain't nobody trying to talk to, ain't nobody trying to have influence or control in no way, form, or fashion. As long as they making their goddamn money, nobody gonna say shit. Meanwhile, Kanye say one thing about one group, and his ass is about to go fucking broke. Think about what I'm saying, folks. This shit is real. This ain't no nigga verse shit. This is real life shit. Okay, this ain't the nigga verse. This brother is about to lose all his shit because he pissed off a certain group of people. That should be a lesson to everybody. Okay, I hate to go back to this as this right, but again, when I was doing what I was doing back in the mid 80s, like I said, everybody here, most of the people here was under 21, except for Dre and maybe Yella. Everybody was under 21. Dre might have been under 21, or it might have been around that age. I'm not sure, but still, I'm the grown ass man. If this shit go left, they gonna blame me for every fucking thing. Okay. I'm their first contact. I'm their first connection to the music industry. And if I stand by and start supporting this negativity and this shit go bad, it just so happened it won. And nigga, you should have did it. No, I did what I felt was right. Okay. And I don't regret that shit. I'm sorry. Fuck the money. Fuck all that. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. If I did, I probably wouldn't be talking to y'all right now.
Man, Lonzo, I love these Tuesday talks, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And once again, please hit that like button if you haven't already. And if this is the first time you're hearing our program, please hit that subscribe button if you like what you're hearing. Shout out to American Negro specifically for holding down the chat and getting on all those bots and those sex spammers out of there. Shout out to Marlon Cozy. Shout out to Kent Shepard. That's your cousin, you said, right? Kent Shepard?
Oaktown.
Yeah, shout out. Shout out to Oaktown, Caramel King. Shout out to Isaiah, Edward. Shout out to Matt Treese. Definitely shout out to OG Steve for both of those donations tonight. Phil Mo. Love you guys, man. Really enjoy these Tuesdays, Lonzo. Any last words, dude?
Oh, man, just check out me and Dre on Legendary Connect. We may be on Friday this week because I got to do a thing on Thursday. But me and Dre, we've been getting into it lately, man, because he got an East Coast opinion, and I got a West Coast opinion, and God damn it, I ain't gonna let him win. So come on through, boy. It ain't like me and you, Doc. It's a little bit different. We get a little hot, but it's all love, though, man. It's nothing but love, dude. And this is what I want to show these young people.
And we need show two black men talking and different opinions, but still talking and not shooting each other. That's beautiful.
Love his fat ass, okay? No problem whatsoever. I'm gonna talk about him, and he talk about me too. But it's all love, and we after we get up the show, we laugh about this shit. So it is what it is, folks. Much love, everybody.
Love it, man.
Thank you, Dusty. Much love. See you next Tuesday, Doc. We're out of here, folks.
Tuesday, homie. Peace.